Welcome to the Django project, djblogger. This tutorial is part of a YouTube Django project playlist, which you can access in the video description. You can watch the whole course from the very beginning. If you enjoyed this course and would like all the updated tutorials and associated code samples and more, you can check out this course and other courses this project features at Udemy. The link to the course is in the video description. So let's go ahead now and create our new URL for this new view that we created in the previous tutorial. Now, something that we're going to do here is that we're going to modularize, if you like, the URLs. So we're going to place the URLs that are specific to our app, in this case blog, inside of our blog app. And we're then going to extend our root URL to include those new URLs that we're creating. So a little bit like this. So let's get back into our project. Remember that our main project folder here has a URLs, the URLs file. So this is our root URL. So Django is going to look for these URLs first to make a match based upon the user's request. If it can't find them, then what we can now do is we can extend this, either write some things here, or we can extend it by adding URLs somewhere else. And that's what we're going to do. So inside of our blog, we're going to create a new file here called urls.py. And basically, we're going to import them in to our root URLs folder. So here, let's go ahead and add the code for that. So let's start with the include. So we're going to need include. And then we will then create a new path. So we do want to start with nothing. Okay, so what we're saying is that if we type in the root path, this is just nothing inside of here. If we do go to the root path, that needs to then direct us to the blog's URL. So we say include and then blog.urls. Now here we are working with blog inside djblogger. So we're going to have to say djblogger.blogs.urls. Okay, so we've now included this URLs file. It says a path is missing. Okay, one required. Oh, okay. Apologies. We've slightly messed up there, haven't we? There we go. So come there. Include. And then we need the end. Apologies. Okay. So that's what we've got so far then. And now what we need to do is then, if I just copy that, it can be quicker. So we'll copy that and then let's go into the blog URLs, paste that in. Let's get rid of include and the admin. And then let's now build a new path. So again, we can specify the root. That's not a problem at all. And now what we need to do is we need to then connect that to our view. So let's do that. So we're going to say views. We need to, first of all, make the views available. So from import views. How about that? Make all the views available. So now we can say views. What view we're talking about? Well, it's going to be the home view. Now it is a class-based view, so we have to say as view here. And then what we can do is give it a name. And we can use this name as a reference to this URL later on. We might see that when we're building links and so on. So let's just call this homepage. So what we can do now, because we've given it a name, think of it like a variable. This is the resource, this path here, and this is how to access it if we need it anywhere within our application. So imagine if we wanted somewhere in our application to get the homepage, we could use this name in a process to actually collect whatever's inside of here, the actual home path. Right, so with that in place, I think we've made a mistake there. Home views.home view. That looks better. So we now have connected our URLs. Now, let's just double check that. Let's run the server. Everything is working nicely, so we can now go ahead and have a look. So back into our website here, let's refresh the page. And there we go. So it says template does not exist. So blog index.html, blog/postlist.html. Okay. So this type of problem is fairly simple to fix because we're given very straightforward instructions or information, sorry, that the template does not exist. So it cannot find, Django cannot find the template. So that's leading to the idea that we haven't configured our project correctly in terms of maybe telling Django where resources are. So let's take a look here. We have templates. We need to just make sure the basic things, spelling errors, that's one of the common problems when we're naming things. So templates, inside of templates we have blog. Now this can get confusing here because where you have nothing inside the templates folder, whenever you kind of fold this down, it's always difficult to know whether index is in templates or whether index is in blog. So just dragging it across can be useful, but when you click on blog, it tends to open. And when you click on templates, it tends to open. So it makes it difficult to understand exactly where that might be. But if I drag back into templates, you can see that it is allowing me then to move it into templates, which is then suggesting that blog is in index. Again, if you're not too sure, just right click and then open up in your Finder or Explorer if you're on Windows, and that will then give you an idea of where it is or help you identify where that file is. Now, the problem here is a little bit more complex. So when we created our project, we decided in order to create our project, we would have a folder, an outer folder, an inner folder, and then place all of our applications inside of this inner folder here. So to better understand this, probably what's easier to do is for us to go into the shell. So let's do that first. Let's go into Python. Oh no, we don't need that. Sorry, /manage.py and then shell. Okay, so inside of the shell here, let's go ahead and see if we can import this base directory here. Okay, so let's now go ahead and from djblogger .settings, let's import the base. So what we should be able to do now is have a look at our base directory. So let's run that. So it's going to be base dot and then base underscore dir. And there we go. So we can now see what the base directory is of our project. Now let's take a look at the problem here. We can see that this base project is currently residing in this folder here. That's this folder down here. And then inside of that folder, we have another djblogger. So this second djblogger here, it represents this. So we're looking for the templates folder within this folder at the moment. And as we can see, that doesn't exist. So in order for us to use templates in the outer djblogger, that's where our template folder resides currently here, we're going to need to change this base directory. We need to add .parent here. And that will then basically strip off this here, and then it will look into this folder here and then find our templates, and then everything will work absolutely fine. So we just need to be careful, particularly when we're working with this type of structure, building this type of structure within our Django application. We need to be careful of this setting here. Otherwise, we'll find that we will never be able to find our templates. Now we've got two options. We can either keep the original setting, and then we can go ahead and just put our templates inside of djblogger, which kind of makes sense because then everything is in the same folder. I'm leaning towards that idea. And let's just do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and move that in. So we now have templates inside of djblogger. I've moved that folder inside. So it's kind of nice structure going on here because it means that anything related to our application or our djblogger in general is inside of djblogger, including settings and any apps. So with that in mind, we don't need to now change the base directory. We've just simply moved that folder. So let's go back in and see if that resolves our problem. So let's just exit that and run the server. Let's take a look. So I've already gone ahead and refreshed my page, and you can see that our template is now working. Excellent. So hopefully you managed to get that working too. If not, just make sure that your folder is in the right place, it's named correctly. Just double check the code base, make sure your view has the correct name as well, and then restart the server. Of course, that can sometimes stick. You just need to restart, and hopefully you'll manage to get your template working too. So just to reiterate my point for anyone who needs it, you can skip this if you don't, but just this point regarding parent here. So let me just show you. So let's just add parent here. Okay, so remember that when we just had parent, the base directory was inside of our sub djblogger folder here. And obviously it was looking for templates in there. So let's now add .parent onto this. We'll quit that and let's go back into the shell. Let's import the base. So I'm just pressing up and down on the keyboard because I've got all the previous commands. And you can now see that we only have one djblogger. It's not looking in djblogger anymore. It's just looking in djblogger, this first folder here. Thus, if we were to have our templates inside of this djblogger like we did originally, it would then find the templates there.